Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 245. We're discussing episodes 9 through 12 of the series. In episode 9, mostly for this one, we have this group who comes up the Ginga Man. No, not the same team. This is not them debuting basically 7 years early. No, this is a all male alien team that pose as rival heroes, but actually work with the main bad guys. Now you might be thinking, is this something that's a reused concept from a previous show? No, not that I can think of. It's a very interesting idea for this one. There is been something else basically a little bit later I will discuss, but and by the way, the Ginga Man themselves, this group, this is their last appearance for quite a while. Oh my gosh, yes. Like, if you're really curious though, when do they return? Well, this Ginga Man group does not return to episode 28 of the show. Yeah, that's when they return. Yep, as for why, yeah, it's kind of weird with this one. Yes. But in the case of episode number 10, Suck My Blood. That's the name of this damn thing. This also features basically another ally. Basically a one-shot character. The third one they've had in the series so far, Ramadine Rizumba. And he is from... that's better. He is from the very first planet that was destroyed by the Galactic Army Zone before the start of the series. And this mission was led by Delora. Yes, she basically led this mission to deal with this planet, and think that basically you finish the job. Somehow they would survive. Like, they have, maybe his sister's here. No, just an imposter. It's a very interesting idea. And apparently it gets along really well with Five Black. Yeah, this was a really interesting idea for him. I did enjoy this episode. But in the case of episode 9, it's no character focus. It's basically just some rival group. 11 basically is mostly put a Five Blue episode. Well, it's all about finding treasure. And this is basically the merchant's idea for his thing. So, like, there's buried treasure, like jewels. Turns out, no jewels. It is literally an anti-gravity rock, which when they later find the damn thing, it just attacks the bad guys and it disappears. And it's expected to allow Fiveman to fly, which never happens. It's never mentioned again. Next episode will probably bring it up at all. But I do enjoy this whole idea of a treasure hunt. And I do like the fact they reference basically that the elementary school was destroyed back in episode 1. They want to now there's a couple different ideas. They had in this episode, they raised money to basically get that rebuilt. One was having Five Blue win the lottery. He ended up winning a place, winning 100 yen, which is like $1. And the treasure thing, which didn't turn out to be true, but I do like the fact we're actually still continuing that plot. They're, rebuilding that school, which eventually, if I read, it does get revealed later in the series, but there's that. In the case of 12, this one is focused not on the Rangers per se, but on Arthur, the robot, the one who was basically appeared in the series episode 1. And he also has a mode review in this episode. He tries to help out the Rangers, help out the Fiveman deal with the monster episode, and he gets blasted away into pieces, rebuilt, and he loses memory. He's called Genko for this episode. And during the course of the episode, it's found he actually can turn to weapon. Yes. He can literally turn into an actual weapon. Yes, they're basically their Earth cannon. Yep. And this is the first appearance of this particular cannon. Yeah, which is basically Arthur. Yep. And it becomes basically this cannon, and it basically, we also have this kid named Toru Yawa, who only appears in this one episode. And he's basically just a kid who wants a little brother. Now, I should point out, though, Arthur is a bit of a reused plot. I forgot to mention at the start of the series. Arthur is a bit of a reused character. How do I mean by that? Well, he's the third robot assistant to the Rangers. The first one was Pio from Bioman. That was the first one. The second one was Coden from Labman. And plus, also, this episode uses something that Bioman love having in a lot of their episodes. Let's have the five Rangers fall off a freaking cliff and have them screaming. Like, first is basically like yellow and I think like black. I think it was like pink and blue and finally red. I'm surprised they used that particular thing. I had not seen it since Bioman, which I thought that was really interesting. Yep. Because, of course, I've heard of this series. This will use a lot of stuff from the previous shows. I mean, at least got to praise it for this one. At least, unlike, let's say, Gogo V or Dynaman, at least the budget is a lot freaking better. And plus, we're not reusing freaking stock footage, like of the same massive fight sequence. Oh, by the way, we have by the way, Billy is one. We see a brief little camera trick here for like one, I'd say about a minute here. It's like they use that awesome camera trick they used back in Changeman, which I do agree with Kendra comment on that part because it seems like the camera had did a lot of really hard work for the episode. Basically, showcasing various little mini fights here and there was really cool to see. Here we got a little bit of them, they just stop it. I'm like, really? Yeah, I like that one was about a few minutes. This is basically like 10 seconds, where it's just basically the Fiveman versus Billy and his monster. Which, by the way, the episode started really weirdly with having him go giant size. And also the robot they usually have, he's absent from this episode. It's the first time he's been absent since episode 1. Yeah, mostly put it is. Yeah, that's the thing about this robot. Technically he basically has last episode 6. But here's the thing. Next time he's absent in the series is episode 20. 28, and he's also absent for 38 to 40, and he's also absent for 45. So he has, actually, it's 2. Let's see, 19, 20. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roughly, he's absent for 7 more episodes. Yep, 7 more, and that's it. Yeah. It's kind of strange that some characters are dropped and then brought back for a short period of time before they get killed off. Yeah, and it seems as though the one thing I'm not... okay, so I'm going to have to wrap it up here, but this has been really good. So I'll basically talk to you all later with a comic card. Okay, next video. Bye.